Hello friends, welcome back. I am Vivekanandan. So two different incidents at two different places but actually related with each other. The first incident would be the Singapore Fintech Festival, which is actually happening now, where Mr. Bill Gates had actually mentioned that the Fintech Revolution, which is sweeping across India, is to be something applauded and to be replicated elsewhere in the world. If he is mentioning that from Singapore, in India, Indian Mobile Congress is actually happening over here, and the Prime Minister has actually mentioned about the necessity of rolling out 5G services as early as possible. And in today's video, let us discuss about how these two incidents are related with each other and what is the benefit which people are enjoying because of this fintech revolution in India. So to start with, let us start from Mr. Bill Gates. He has actually mentioned that the next country apart from China where this fintech revolution is actually empowering people is in India, and this is a model to be replicated elsewhere in the world, particularly developing nations, where he has also mentioned that he is going to be instrumental in taking these services across the developing nations and through some open source model where entrepreneurs and organizations in those countries can actually make use of these emerging technologies. But then what is that fintech revolution is actually mentioning which is happening in India? So the point over here is this particular thing. Fintech companies, what are they basically doing? Previously we were able to use money, we were able to do transactions, cash transactions only by using rupee notes, and after that we were using debit cards and credit cards. But today what is actually happening is every bank is actually providing their online banking services which their users can actually use, and today that process has been much more made simpler by the emergence of digital wallets like Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay, etc. And the biggest important point over here is this fintech revolution is actually very fast in India because of two reasons. The first reason would be the emergence of smartphones, and still India is a market still very much ripe for smartphones because there are still crores and crores of Indians who are not using a smartphone, and this is going to be increasing in the coming years. So which means there is a scope for smartphone, and people are actually adopting smartphones very fast. That is the first thing. And second important thing over here is to use these smartphones, what we actually need to have is very low data rates, and India was said to be that one particular country where the telecom rates are very less. So compared to world countries, in India telecom rates are actually significantly very less, and people are actually making use of it, and that too the fintech companies are making a major impact with these two factors. How are they actually doing it? I would just give you a few examples where people are actually getting empowered because of this fintech companies, because of their services. For example, even the so-called educated people are actually finding it very difficult to go to a bank and open a bank account. So in the majority of the cases, what happens is the people who have not gone to schools and all, what they might do is they will actually feel intimidated to go to a bank and open a bank account, and it is said that there is a significant number of population in India who don't have bank accounts. But the other good news is all these people who do not have a bank accounts still have started using their smartphones. So with these smartphones, what happens is you can actually reach there, you can make them open a bank account, or they use some kind of a digital account where financial transactions can happen. I would give you a small example. For example, let us take the recent example of Cyclone Nihar. This Nihar cyclone actually made a lot of destruction in many places. So assume that this Nihar actually made a lot of destruction in any kind of a village, and after this particular catastrophe, what will actually happen is the head of the family needs to have money immediately to help the family, to feed the family. But in the previous cases, just imagine what the head of the family needs to do is the person needs to go to the bank now and withdraw money and then help his family. Just imagine, after the cyclone devastation, the bank will actually not even open for the next 3 to 4 days. The entire village needs to be settled properly, all the constructive works needs to be done, and only then the bank will be open. But now how will the government help that bereaved family, help that affected family? The government, if they can actually immediately help them by doing an instant cash transfer if they have a smartphone attached with a bank account or a digital account. And now the head of the family can instantly help the family, feed the family instantly, immediately. That can also happen. That is a significant major help, a major impact these kind of services are actually doing. One more example would be, just imagine in this COVID-19, one particular student is looking into online for educating himself or herself, and this particular person actually wants to buy an online course and say for 300 rupees or 500 rupees, that particular student can instantly purchase that particular course. Previously it cannot be done. Or you take the example of any insurance provider, say the government health scheme or a private insurance provider. For example, the person who is affected because of any kind of an ailment needs to be hospitalized, need to be in the hospital, and for the next day only the amount will be credited in their bank account. But first of all, they need to have a bank account in their place. Or now you may also still ask me a question like, what about debit cards and credit cards? They can still use that debit card and credit card to pay their bank account after the cash transfer has been made. But the point over here is, certain people, they will not even have that bank account. That is the biggest problem over here. So but then, because of smartphones, they might open a bank account, or they might have any account attached with any kind of a digital wallet. So with these schemes now, what the insurance provider can do is, or the government scheme, they can actually transfer money to their mobile wallets, and then the cash can be paid. So one another surprising factor which has emerged during this lockdown is this digital gold has been adopted by rural people more than the urban people. Around 60% of rural India has actually contributed to the purchase of digital gold, it seems. So the point over here is, once services are taken to the people, they make use of it vigorously. So it is only that we have to take the services to the people now. And of course, there are going to be a lot of advantages as well as disadvantages, but it is also mentioned that advantages outweigh the disadvantages, and we really have to adopt all these models. And that is one reason why Mr. Bill Gates is actually interested in taking up this particular model. And not only that, the Prime Minister has emphasized the need for rolling out 5G services very fast, very quickly, and that too with the high speed, with laying out optical fiber cables even at rural places. Only then we can actually empower the people of India. The point over here is, for people to access these benefits, mobile handset is also primary. At the same time, internet is also primary. When all these factors come together, people will really get benefited and empowered. So in our channel also, we have discussed, we have done a lot of other videos about this fintech companies. So you can also please check them, and please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.